In this short video, I would like to show you how to create a simple your first mesh with SMS. So when you open the SMS, you see a interface like this. On the left is a panel where you can select a map or a mesh, but clearly you don't have a mesh yet. The first thing when you open it is to click the area property and change it to mesh generator. And we go through some important concepts for the mesh. How to create a mesh, and first you need to create some arcs. For example, I create some arcs, 1, 2, 3. And you see I click multiple times, but it doesn't show up anything between these two black dots because we didn't visualize turn on this vertex display as yet. So click on, and you'll see some small dots between these two dots, and this is an arc. And the big dot we also call node, while the small dot will be called vertex. And to create a mesh, you need to create several arcs. We create another arc at the bottom, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can also select connect two nodes to create an arc, for example. And sometimes you just accidentally adding another arc and you don't want it, and because it was currently selected, so you can just press delete and it will delete this arc. You also need to create another arc over these two nodes. There you go. And we just create 4 arcs, and these 4 arcs form a polygon, but you cannot see this polygon yet. There's a polygon selection right there because we haven't built the polygon. We'll talk about it later. On this bar, you see multiple tools you can choose to modify your grids. For example, if you selecting feature point, or we can say selecting nodes, you can select these nodes and move them around. You can also create a new node. For example, you create a node around there, and what it means, it will create you create a 2 arc from the original 1 arc. You select the arc, you see you select one, there's another one over there. And the third tool is selecting vertex. Select vertex will allow you to move these small dots. For example, you want to make the grid a little better in terms of space between different vertex, then you can select and move. Alternatively, you can also create new vertex. For example, along the bottom arc, you want to create something more vertex to increase the resolution on the bottom arc. In addition to that, manually adding and moving the vertex, you can also selecting, for example, this arc and redistribute the vertex. For example, here I would like to make the vertex evenly, spatially evenly distributed. How can I do that? Select the vertex and redistribute vertex. And there are multiple options you can do. The first The easy one would be number of segments. And currently we have 5 segments along this vertex. We can make it 10. And you just evenly distribute the vertex along this arc for you. And sometimes we want the space between two vertices to change over one arc. For example, we want a larger space at the beginning, but we want a smaller space at the end. And how we do that? We can also just select, need to click this first, make sure it's clicked, and then right click and redistribute the vertex. I can choose min and maximum space. So it will give you the number in this box is basically the number you have on current version of Arc. You can choose, you can make a search. For example, we want to make it 5 and make it 20. So if we create some minimum, if we create the vertex with the space at 5 meter at the beginning, then increase to 20. There you go. You see, we have a high resolution on the top, but that's not what we want. We want a high resolution at the bottom and lower resolution at the top. And it occurs very frequently, so we get this practice a lot. And the solution will be you need to reverse the arc direction. So for example, now we have arc direction from the top to bottom, but how do you know the arc direction? You don't know. You only will notice the arc direction after you apply this minimum maximum distance spacing op option. And then you just click and redistribute the vertex again. Do we have reverse ready? We haven't reversed. Yes, we need to right click and reverse the arc direction. And then you redistribute it. Same thing, I can use 520. Here we go. So you have a desired space for between different vertex. And if you want to move along, feel free to move. Okay, now we have created this arc, and next step is to build a polygon. It's under the feature object and build polygons. You see, after I build polygon, this polygon selection tool is available to you. So you can select and you can double click. And sometimes you want to see how it looks like of a specific polygon. Select, double click, and you can preview. This is the mesh you will have with this polygon. But you don't have the mesh yet. The final step is to map to 2D mesh. And click yes. And you see on this panel we have additional mesh data. And this is a new mesh you just created with some adjustment based on some adjustment on the vertex space. That's fun, right?